Hey, we're back. We had a part two here with Danielle. We're going to finish the story about Miguel. So, you said he offered meditation. There you were. And you never heard
Yeah.
of, okay.
Yeah, I never heard of like number one, like it's very rare that you can actually like meet your like an artist for concerts anymore. I'm like
Hmm.
a huge concert festival junkie, so I know these things. So I'm like, what? Like, okay. And there's never really anyone I really want to like meet just to meet.
Hmm.
Um, so I was just like, wow, like this is amazing. Like a meditation session, like this was just so, it sounded super meaningful and intentional. And I was so with it because I was just like, I just need something that makes my heart feel good. And I remember talking to you about it. I was like, should I go? And I ended up booking. Um, also the thing was, it was only available for like 6 people, so very limited too. So I was
Six.
just like,
Wow.
oh my gosh, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go. So yes, I got the VIP ticket situation thing or whatever, and I booked one for Seattle, so I flew out. And my boyfriend and we went. He got like the regular package. I did the whole VIP thing because my soul needed it. And yes, so we got in there, and I'll never forget. Like, I was just like, so the day of the concert, I'm just like, Danielle, just be a light. Like, just be a light. It's gonna be such a good time. And I remember they let us into this room where we get to like sit in this circle, and there were chairs. And I was walking past this one chair, and I was like, oh, maybe I should go to this one. And then I was like, no, I'll just go to that one. And they set us all down. We have to turn off our phones. And like in walks Miguel. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And like everyone was so starstruck but me, because I was like, yeah, I've been waiting for this. Like, and so nobody really had anything to say. So like we were talking, and so it was him, and then like one girl, and then it was me. And it actually worked out so nicely because it's not like I'm like that close to him, but like we literally just started having an open conversation. And I was just talking, I think I was talking to him about like the mindset, and just like I'll never forget like his advice is like his words of wisdom was like, the difference, he said, the difference between me and all these other talented artists and musicians out here is really the mind. He's like,
Mm,
once you realize how powerful mindset is and you really believe in yourself, you're unstoppable.
mm.
Like,
So
it's
true.
all about the mindset. Um,
Yes.
and that stuck with me because I was just like, wow, like you're telling me it's just my mind, like that's it, because that's something that technically, like, if I really get good at it, like I can pretty much control it. So if that's all you're telling me I need to do,
Hmm.
um and that was just so everything I needed to hear. And then he went deep. I think we were talking about like his music and just like just the power of the subconscious mind, and reflecting, and the types of meditations. But that word, like that drop, that gem that he gave to me has just definitely been such a huge factor that I still to this day like reflect to and reflect on, just that conversation, and just reminding myself of how powerful my mind is. And now it's even for me like the difference between other people who are in the industry who are unhappy or who feel like they're not in their purpose, or whatever, compared to me, is really just the mind. And
That's right.
it's like so simplistic, but so significant and so damn powerful at the same time, that it's like mind blowing. But it's just so crazy. And it's just, I'm so grateful for that experience, because I feel like experiences like that has shaped me into the artist and into the creative that I am, into the woman that I am. And it has just been so fluid into everything else that I do. But it wasn't just, like he gave me those words and I changed my life. Like, no, like there's, life coaching with Dr. Carla. There's reading books. There's setting plans, setting goals. There's so much more that's into it, and so much more. It's not just, oh, keep creating content or keep doing whatever your specialty is. No, it is. I had to do a lot of mental work. I feel like now a lot of my stuff just comes to me, uh, as far as like in a career wise or a life to manifest with. And sometimes we think, oh, we got to go hard. We got to do all these reps in this specific field. And it's no, you got to get your mind right. Like you get your mind right, those reps will be easy. You won't even have to do all those reps, like, and that's the real key. That's what they don't tell you, because they want you to just spin your wheels, spin, and hope that you get somewhere. But like, when you really get your mind together and you use that as your secret sauce, secret weapon, like, okay, you got all this and that, but I got my mind is right. It's all gonna connect.
Yeah. That's so good and so true. I want to make sure, did you mention that he sat right by you?
Oh yeah, I think I did, but yeah. So
okay, I might have missed it. Okay.
Yeah, but also, yeah. Oh my God, like I want him, because I think I wanted to be like right next to him.
Yes,
and then this girl got the seat that I was thinking about, because I was hesitant, and I was like, oh. And then he ended up sitting, and because I think they placed it like a circle of 6 chairs, and then they put his chair in, and so we didn't know where he was gonna sit. So I was like, ooh, like I was low key trying to like strategize, but then I was like, Danielle, just be cool. And yeah, like he literally said, like there was only one person in between me and him. Everybody else was so starstruck. The girl next to me that was in between us, she was so like squirmy and like starstruck.
So couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, she didn't. Nobody else knew nobody had any questions. Nobody knew what to ask. So him and I were just having like a full-on like deep conversation. Like we were laughing, we hugged at the end. Like he came up to me and like gave me a hug, which was, because
he's your friend.
He's my friend. But it was such a cool, like just down to earth conversation, and it was just so meaningful.
That's so good. I think we overlook, like you said, the power that we carry, the creativity that we have, the things just to put things in motion. And when we talk about, the strength and the power of the mind, it is understanding even what to do in negative situations, because sometimes we're so quick to let the fear and the negativity take us over. What you mentioned for you at times with depression or anxiety and different things that come our way. And that, yes, we have to work through things. There's some things foundationally that we work on. There is trauma, there's different things that happen. But once you've dealt with that, you're able to move to the next level and really have more control over your thought process, or your actions and things that lead you and keep you on the lane that you can slay, right? But you mentioned, I love this part, and I've been doing it as well. It was a private Instagram. I have a private Instagram page, and I do a vision board as well. I don't know, did I get that from you?
Maybe. I didn't know that you actually did it.
Oh,
because I did telling you about it.
Oh, well, I did it. I did it, and I put on there, and when I take that little check box, that green little check box, when it says done, I go back in and I mark done, and oh yeah, I just go ahead, and it's my own little private vision board that I carry along with me. I've shared it in a couple of other media outlets, but yeah, so thank you for that, because I have used it and I love it. So I encourage, if you do not have an Instagram, or you do have one but want to have a private one that you can use as a vision board, take the pictures that you want or scenes and put it there, or client pictures. I have pictures of of clients that I will be working with. I will be working with in the future,
Yes. Yes.
and so it's just that it's like a little private area. It's not like the one on your wall where people can, come over and they see it. This is like, that's okay if you want to show it, but it's so good to have that and keep it close. Man, Danielle, you have dropped some nuggets, as you tell me in session. You're dropped some nuggets in this podcast for our listeners, and I know you shared some words of wisdom, but is there anything else? And if you don't have it, that's fine because you dropped some good stuff. But is there any in closing? What do you want to tell? How about this in closing? Because you did touch on the mind. Is there anything else in closing that you can tell someone who is ready to make the leap, who is thinking about changing up some things, a pivot, whether it's a quit or it's a switch? What could you tell them?
Yes, I would tell them like one decision can really change your life. Um, I'd also say just to be mindful and just know that like literally like our words and our thoughts dictate our life. It literally like writes out our story. So think about like what you're thinking. If you're getting ready to take a leap or a decision, take some time to just like sit with your feelings. Think about what you want. Write down what's scaring you. Write down like the worst case scenario. That's something that I recently started doing, was writing down like the worst case scenario. And sometimes it's like the weirdest, like, and then when I look back at it, I'm like, it's not even that big of a deal usually. Or, and then if it's like, okay, if this is pressing, like, oh, I think I might be broke. Okay, well, jobs are still going around. There's always work. Okay, like come up with solutions as well for any of
Yeah.
your fears that you're feeling. Come up with solutions. I think it just helps writing it down because then it lives on paper and it's not in your head, and you can kind of face it and then come up with solutions. Because if you're an entrepreneur, hey, bosses solve problems, so you
There
got to
you
solve
go.
the problems that's in your mind so you can solve the other problems that you're going to face. And if you can't do that, then you're going to be in that stuck position. So yeah, just write down, whatever is in your heart, whatever you're going through. I think it's always helpful to write it down and then, come up with solutions, and also writing down affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're trying to thrive, or you to get a new job or a new house, or even just staying healthy, wake up in the morning and say, I am healthy, I am thriving, gratitude, starting your day with gratitude every day. I did a 28-day gratitude challenge and like a 21-day abundance challenge. It's like stuff like that. It just really, like, anything that wakes you up and gets you in a positive mindset, so when your fears come, you're ready to face it. You already have the tools within you to counteract any of those feelings, and you know how to deal with it, because we're all human. So I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not scared of anything now. Like I'm still things still pop up and I still get a little hesitant, and we all do though. And it's really about what do we do next after we get that feeling of lacking or fear or whatever it is. What do we do with it?
Yeah. Good. Good.
Yes.
Thank you. That's awesome. So, I tell you what better way to just stop right here and just leaving them with those nuggets, because there's a lot of good eating in this podcast. And strong stands for strategic, talented, resilient, optimistic, believing that you're necessary, and taking all that and going global. If not your world, if not the world, then your world. And that's exactly what you're doing. Thank you for being strong. And thank you for this time that you've given us to hear your story. I appreciate it, Danielle Marie. You rocking.
Oh, thank you, Carla Michelle.
So where can I'm sorry, go ahead. I
I was
didn't mean to
like,
cut you off.
I definitely, my growth has been, I can't like thank you enough. I can't thank you enough This is definitely teamwork and
Teamwork.
building. I'm all about that team aspect. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't be here feeling as confident, as good as I do without your help and your guidance and your prayers. So we can't
Oh.
end this podcast without acknowledging that, because
Ah,
that is
thank you.
everything.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Damn. Now, how can we reach you? Could you give us a quick little?
Yes. So you can reach me. You can reach me at on my website. I have a website called newcollective.com. So we'll make sure we'll add that in the show notes. And
Yes.
then my personal Instagram is Sunny Didi. So you
Mm.
can follow me there, and send some DMs or emails my way. I'm always down to chat, always down to strategize, connect, make a friend, say what's up, hello. I'm always with it. So
Yes, and that's New Collect, NEU.
yes,
So
NEU.
yes, NEU. And you've got some clients you're working with, some big things are about to happen. And you said, if I can just put that out there, some great stuff that's happened for you. You are having a major brand that something's coming up. Can you just say that real quick before we hang out? Are you
Yeah.
allowed to?
Oh no, I'm not. Oh
Okay,
yeah, I'm
we can't.
not.
Something
Yeah.
great is happening. Just know. So,
Yes, yes.
in her leap, the floodgates have opened up, and it's a major brand, and it's a great thing, and she's doing it. So, if you're looking for someone of her caliber and her greatness, and with her wisdom to handle all of your social, how do you say it? Tell me how should I say that? To handle all of their fill the blank for me, Danielle Marie.
Yeah, I mean, really, I think it's, social, but also digital marketing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, digital marketing, anything in the digital marketing realm, storytelling,
Yes.
influencer, blah, 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 all that
There.
fun stuff.
Ah, there it is. All right. We're really hanging up now. Thank you so much, Dan Marie, and I will talk to you soon. And thank you, listeners, for your time, and thank you for pushing play. This is Carla Michelle signing off until next time. Have a good one.